to say.
All right. And 5, 4, 3. Welcome to Peacekeeper Reaction. My name is Nathan. Joining me via
Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer. Very special episode that we're doing today. This is a Jen pick. You wanted us to check this out. What's this all about?
This is a classic. So obviously you know Pink Floyd.
Yeah, very.
And I'm sure you've heard Goodbye Blue Sky at least once in your life.
Yeah, I think it's
if
one
heard
that
the
goes,
album,
did you hear the falling bombs?
That's it.
Did you ever wonder why they... Yeah, I know it, but it's been a while since I heard it.
But fun fact, back then, they also had music videos.
I had no idea.
I was also shocked to learn this fact.
Yeah, I know The Wall. We used to watch The Wall.
The live
on
show,
VHS.
Right? I have the live show.
Like the video, like The Wall with Roger Waters and David Gilmour acting, in it. And like it had this whole story about the World War II and the Nazis and shit, and that walking hammers and shit. Like that stuff is very like in ingrained
right
within me, So
but this is the video for Goodbye Blue Sky specifically.
Awesome. I'm excited for that.
Sound. The song always hits a certain way.
Yeah.
Like whenever every Remembrance Day, which yes, I am a sucker for the soldiers. I'll support the troops.
Yeah, of course.
Fight me. But like this song, I always put that this is one of those songs that always comes on when I think of them.
All right.
And if those of you have seen Rick and Morty, which I'm sure you have, that one video
Rick
where
Morty,
he was on the sun.
Yeah.
And they have that like the battle where all the planets are like battling it out, whatever.
Yeah.
The song that plays. Well, this is where it came from. This is the original video.
There you go, you guys.
And it's fantastic.
Let's dive right in. Goodbye Blue Sky on Peacekeeper.
Frightened ones. Did you hear the falling bombs? Did you ever wonder why we had to run for shelter when the promise of a brave new world unfurled beneath the clear blue sky? Did you see the frightened ones? Did you hear the falling bombs? The flames are all long gone, but the pain lingers on. Goodbye, blue sky. Goodbye, blue sky. Goodbye. Goodbye.
This is crazy because this is the VHS that we used to play. This
really
Pink Floyd, The Wall.
VHS.
Yeah, and it's fucking great, and that is such a beautiful piece of animation that really is very effective at thinking about the past and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's something I've always noticed with humans, especially when you look into history. We don't make up for what we did. And if we do, it's through punishment, right?
Yeah,
like after World War One, we punished Germany to the point where they snapped and caused World War Two.
Yeah,
right. That wasn't retribution. They came back again. Same with here and right. Even like the Great Britain flag, they were bleeding out. So it's like, well, I mean, they didn't invade anybody, but they're still colonial, and they went around the world doing the same shit that the Germans did, the Nazis did.
I mean, think about how America right now has 1,000 military bases in the world.
Yeah.
1,000 military bases.
Oh, I
so
know.
like this recently, they came this Chinese spy balloon thing, and everyone's like, "Whoa, what is China thinking? Sending a balloon?" But then it's like, look at America's military bases surrounding China, and then you start to see that they're not really like America's the one encroaching on everywhere. You know what I mean? American imperialism is crazy these days, but nobody talks about it.
Nobody talks about it, and then we go to war, fuck places up, and then we leave. Like went to Iraq, fucked them up, and then we're just like, oh, we'll stay here a little bit, and we'll kind of help. We're not really helping. It's just like, well, I mean, you kind of have to make amends, but again, humans don't do that. Vietnam, did Americans make amends? No, they got out of there, left behind, and they just swore at them for years.
That's
like,
the thing.
Was a time. It's just like,
whenever somebody to me is like, well, America has to go in because this guy is doing this fucked up shit to his own people. He's a dictator. He's a bad guy. I think, well, if I would support it if you can show me an example where America went in somewhere and it worked.
And it made it better.
If you could show me one example of a time where America went in and then everything was better, I would support it. But it's never happened.
No, it's always like, oh, this country's kind of socialist and helping their people. Let's send the Americans in.
Let's get the CIA in there. Let's start fucking with them. Like, you know what I mean?
That's why. Battle group of the Navy SEALs, kill everybody off real quick.
For sure. It's all just money laundering in the end.
And they flip it around and then they do all this nonsense. And they're like, oh, but the poor soldiers. It's just like, okay. It's just like, it's not up to them, but these people who control, who put the soldiers in harm's way, especially for things that like are not needed.
Those
people.
Those are the evil people. Those are the ones we should be raging against.
Like, I'm all about supporting the troops, right? It's what in Star Wars terms. I support the clone troopers. I don't support Palpatine. Right?
Exactly.
But I'm all about those clones. I'm more about my clone
you're right.
brothers.
That's putting it in terms we can all understand.
Exactly. Of course, not all the clones are evil.
I thought that was such a beautiful. It's a shame that song is only 2.5 minutes because it should be longer. It should have, you know what I mean? I would be all in for a 10-minute long Goodbye Blue Sky.
What was your reaction when you heard it in Rick and Morty?
It was just like I was just like enjoying it, thinking back, like it just made me.
I thought it was so cool. I'm just like, oh shit, they're really hitting that like that positive note. I was like, damn. Rick and Morty has back.
That's a great show. I think. Yeah. Anyways, let us know what you think about this or any other topic that we talked about today.
Send us some classic like music videos and some oldie stuff. I gotta show you some Alvin Lee at some point. You're gonna love him.
Awesome. Well, we'll check all that out. And for Peacekeeper, I'm Nathan. That's
Jennifer.
Play safe. I can put my arm back on.
You cannot.